Hi everyone, Petko here. Today we're going to talk about a long-awaited healer tier list for the first season of Mythic Plus in Shadowlands. The tier list was created with the massive help of IcyVeins and is based upon the latest patch as of 19th of October. The rankings of the healers will be judged upon several factors such as healing output, DPS output, external cooldowns, utility, and mobility. In addition, this tier list will contain several levels: S, A, and B tier. They will not be C and D tier, as neither of the healing specializations deserves to be placed upon there. Furthermore, this tier list is not final, and it will continue to evolve throughout the weeks until the release of the new expansion. For my detailed up-to-date information, you can join my Discord or check the official IcyVeins healer tier list where I stand as the author for it. Both links will be available and attached in the description below. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting on the bottom of the list, Holy Priest. The main strength of Holy Priest comes from their high healing output in heavy HPS encounters. The spec also has the ability to cast spells upon death through Spirit of Redemption, a feature exclusively to Holy Priests. Moreover, Holy Priest provides several useful tools and group utilities such as Holy Word Chalice, Master Spell, Power Infusion, and Leap of Faith. In addition, Mind Suit can sometimes be a deciding factor if you decide to skip a pack without getting in combat. Holy Priest also provides the party with Guardian Spirit, an external cooldown which can be used as a cheat death. The spec can further excel by providing Purify, a purgeability, and Censure, an optional single target stun. Finally, Priest is the only class in the game that can get rid of bursting affix by using Master Spell, which makes them extremely valuable. Holy Priest received a major flat 5% buff to their healing toolkit. This change alone will make some heavy HPS hungry fights easier, but it will not change the current placing of the spec. Its major disadvantage comes from a low damage output throughout the dungeon, which is yet to be addressed to put the spec anywhere higher. Holy Priest is the weakest healer compared to the rest of the healers. They provide significantly less damage output compared to the rest of the healing specialization and classes. Outside of the low damage output, Holy Priest also has no other external cooldown for the party except for the Guardian Spirit. Furthermore, the spec mobility is not very good, further justifying its placing under B tier. The next on the tier list is going to be Holy Paladin. Holy Paladins are notorious for having one of the best late game scaling with the secondary stats in the healing scene. This means that the spec will improve as the season goes on and better gear becomes available. Holy Paladins do have great damage output thanks to Avenging Wrath, and are also the only healer with an immunity in the game with Divine Shield. Their toolkit is also great and has several external cooldowns for the party such as Aura Mastery, Blessing of Sacrifice, and Blessing of Protection. Moreover, Holy Paladins have passive party mitigation from Devotion Aura. Holy Paladin received a notable cooldown reduction to their Holy Shock, moving from 8 seconds to 6.5 seconds. This change alone will not place the spec anywhere higher, but it will definitely directly impact their raw healing and damage contribution. The main disadvantage of Holy Paladins comes from their lack of healing output during the downtime of their cooldowns, making it extremely hard to heal any heavy incoming damage without any preparation. Another disadvantage is the low mobility outside of the Divine Steed. Finally, being a melee healer can significantly make some encounters harder. Holy Paladins do have great output thanks to Avenging Wrath, and are also the only healer with immunity in the face of Divine Shield. The toolkit is also great and has several external cooldowns for the party, such as Aura Mastery, Blessing of Sacrifice, and Blessing of Protection. In conclusion, Holy Paladins have passive party mitigation from Devotion Aura. The next on the list is going to be MISTWEAVER Monk. MISTWEAVER Monks provide one of the highest raw HPS output out of any healer currently in Shadowlands. Their spot healing is among the best, but with the cost of a significantly lower damage output compared to the rest of the healing classes. Another disadvantage of the spec is having no external cooldown to provide to the party, except Life Cocoon. Furthermore, the spec has no damage reduction abilities to help through hard encounters, making it a less viable pick. Moreover, they do provide Mystical Touch, which increases the party physical damage done by 5%. But outside of this, there is no significant DPS bump they could offer. MISTWEAVER Monk have great utilities such as Tiger's Lust, Leg Sweep, and Ring of Peace. They also have a great mobility in the face of Row and Transcendence, as well as in combat crowd control from Paralysis. MISTWEAVER Monk will be a decent choice for any group with heavy melee composition that can benefit the most from mystical touch. The next on the list is going to be Restoration Shaman. Restoration Shaman currently sits as a #1 seed for the B tier list. The Restoration Shaman's biggest weakness in BFA was its damage output and lack of external cooldowns for the party. While Blizzard have not changed the core build for the spec for Shadowlands, the only external cooldown is still Spirit Link Totem. In addition, they also receive Chain Lighting as an ability providing significant higher overall damage output. Restoration Shaman is the best spec at coming back from a critical situations or healing very high consistent damage output as long as the targets are close to each other. Its main healing weakness comes from the party members being spread, making Chain Heal and Healing Rain less valuable. Restoration Shamans are the only healer spec with an interrupt in a phase of Wind Shear and also an ability to self-resurrect upon death. Overall, it is a great spec with competitive damage output and HPS among the best. The lack of a strong external cooldown and low mobility prevents the spec from making it into the A tier, but is nonetheless a solid B tier contender. Moving next on the tier list is going to be Discipline Priest, where he sits alone on the A tier rankings. With the current state of Discipline Priest, its HPS and DPS values are not enough to put the spec into the S tier, which leaves the spec into the second best healer spot. Discipline Priest provides the best external party cooldowns in Mythic Plus scene with Pain Suppression and Power Ward Barrier, making it perfect to heal Pridefulls while maintaining high DPS. The overall output of Discipline Priest falls shortly behind Restoration Druids, but their amazing toolkit compensates for it. They also carry Power Ward Fortitude, all together with the Power Infusion, which can directly benefit the DPS players in the group. Moreover, Priest is the only class in the game that can get rid of Bursting Affix by using Master Spell, which makes it extremely valuable. Discipline Priest's main disadvantage is raw healing output in the dungeon format. While they are quite versatile spec with high mobility and damage output, Discipline Priests have trouble sustaining continuous high HPS due to their high cooldown dependency playstyle. And as last, the only spec available to the S tier list is currently Restoration Druid. Restoration Druids are currently the best performing healers in Shadowlands, with the highest raw damage output due to the combination of Convoke the Spirits and Heart of the Wild. Restoration Druid's utility is also among the best compared to the rest of the classes, providing Vortex, Cyclone, Soothe, and Stampeding Roar. The spec's external cooldown, Ironbark, is among the shortest external cooldowns in the healing scene, making it extremely valuable. Their ability to sustain group HPS while doing damage is what really makes them stand out. Moreover, Restoration Druids are the most mobile healer in Shadowlands, and the only healing spec with a Combat Resurrection in the phase of Rebirth. They also have a great passive mitigation and possess one of the shortest defensive personals in the game in the phase of Barskin. That's it for the video, guys. If you really enjoyed what you see, make sure to thumbs up. And if you want to get in touch with me, I'm going to link my Discord down in the description. And just remember, the guys are going to be kept up to date on the official IcyVeins link, which I'm going to be attaching also in the description. You can take a look after every single beta update. The lists might or might not change. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.